know when I'm good to go. I know. Okay. All right. So I'm Adem Bria. I'm the chair of the License and Permits Committee. Before I call the meeting to order, I'm just repeating what I said before for the record. In order to conduct more efficient meetings, especially that we have new members and we're coming back from summer break, we have a few new, not really new, but I guess just put into writing ground rules for the committee. So I'm just going to go over them. The first one is no one may speak until granted the floor. This includes committee members as well as anybody, any applicants or anyone from the public. Number two is CB11 members. If you have a question about board business or wish to make a motion, please raise your hand through Zoom. If you click the participants icon, the participants panel should appear and you should find the raise hand function there. If you still have technical difficulty, you may click the chat icon and relay your difficulty to the staff. Number three, the chat function should not be used for CB11 business or questions about agenda topics. All such remarks should be made on the record by raising your hand through Zoom. Chat should only be used to alert us to any technical difficulties you are having or to state in writing information like an email address that was already stated out loud on the record during the meeting. Number four, when a member is given the floor to speak, I will identify you and you can unmute yourself so that you can speak. And lastly, number five, please keep your questions and comments succinct and germane to the discussion. That's it for the ground rules. I don't really know if I can go further than that, right, without quorum?
Well, you can call the meeting to order and the roll call, but the voting stuff, no.
Okay, all right, so then I will call the meeting to order. It is September 8th. It is 6:19 p.m. Again, I am the Adem Bria, the chair of the License and Permits Committee. This meeting is called to order at 6:19 p.m. and we are also joined by Community Associate Marlene Pierre, the staff liaison to our committee. And I will now pass it over to Marlene to take the roll call.
Leroy Andino.
Present.
Thank you. Eric Alcancella. Adem Brija.
Present.
Carlos Diaz. Angela Donadell.
Present.
Judith Ferraro.
Present.
Jessica Morris. Miguel Pava. Shavashia Robertson Teague. And Jordan Wright.
Present.
You still don't have a quorum.
I guess, I can take the 10-minute, we could take a 10-minute.
Yeah, you can recess, yeah, for 10 minutes.
All right, let's do that and hope we get one more.
Yeah, so this committee has 10, half is 5, and you need one more to make that 6. I think some members of this committee are just running late. I believe it was, yeah, Miguel Pava did say he was going to be like 15 or 30 minutes late. And Carlos did say he was going to run a little late. But then Xavier raised his hand. Would you like to recognize him, or he just took it down?
Yeah, if he wants to speak, of course.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Summer recess, from our little time away. What may be helpful is just giving some of those members who said they were late, like quick nudge, phone call, text. I know with our meetings that start at 6 p.m., some members do get confused because most of ours have adapted to being at 6:30 with the Zoom meeting schedule. So I know in some of the meetings, like Human Services, for example, we've rung up members and oftentimes there was a confusion of it starting with 6 versus 6:30. So might be worth a shot. Thanks and good luck with the rest of the meeting.
No problem. I'll give them another ring. Let me just be. Adem, I sent you a message. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Via email? No, hold on, let me
No, I
check.
sent it to you directly in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Okay. So to the members of the committee and the of the public and the applicants, we apologize for this wait. We know that you did get on the call on time and some of you before 6 p.m. So thank you for your patience. The committee just needs to reach a quorum. They need one more person to reach a quorum, and then they'll be able to review your application. So thank you very much for your patience. Hi, Brian. I see that your hand is raised. You have a question?
No, because I don't think that. I'm trying to figure out.
I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty hearing you. Do you mind speaking a little louder or going someplace where there's less static?
You hear me now?
Yes, you're clear.
Okay, no, I just because I'm trying to move around to get Wi-Fi, so it keeps bouncing me out. So at one point it bounced me out, and I couldn't see you guys when I came back in. So I just want to make sure you're back on.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Marlene, do we have quorum now? Because I see it says we have 8 panelists.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over right now to just went to 8 panelists and I'll check. Okay. Miguel joined. Okay, yes, you have quorum because of Miguel.
Okay, great then. All right, so we will move on to adopting this month's agenda. Before we do, I would like to propose 2 changes to the agenda. The first one is moving item H, street activity permits, El Barrio Salsa Culture Event back to school, to move it up to the first item we do after F, informational updates. And then that way, we will have that one, and then we'll do the Super Sabato Septiembre. So we'll just knock out the street activity permits first, and that's at the request of the applicant, Brian Martinez, because he needs to be done by 7. And then the second change would be under the liquor licenses to move item number 4, El Barista NYC LLC, to move that to the last liquor license we do, because their representative said that he would not be able to join the meeting till a little bit later. I don't see there being an issue, but I will ask, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda with those 2 changes?
You just call for an objection. If there are no objections.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, do I have any objections to adopting the agenda? Okay.
No,
See-
no.
Okay, so you don't have to say anything. Seeing no objections, then the agenda's been adopted. We will
I'm
move on.
sorry, Dan, may I ask you just really fast, if you don't mind putting your camera on since you're the one leading the meeting?
Oh, I'm sorry. I turned it off by accident. I forgot.
It's
Okay.
fine. I'm
Yeah.
just asking because you're the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it's on. Okay. And then next we will go to adopting our July meeting minutes. They've been sent, I believe, out to all the committee members, so you've had a chance to review them. So if I don't see any objections to that, then we will adopt the July meeting minutes as well. Okay, seeing no objections, the July meeting minutes have been adopted. Now we will move on to announcements. Well, besides saying welcome back to our old committee members and welcome to our new committee members, I don't have any other announcements. Does anybody else wish to share any announcements? Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we just want to all move this along. All right, so then we'll go to item F, informational updates. We just have one, the open restaurants program. It'll be made permanent by 2023. I believe applications, if you want to have your business have an open street permanently starting in 2023, applications for that are due in the winter of 2022. Okay,
I have a question. So what does that exactly mean? That means that we will continue to have restaurants on sidewalks and in parking spaces?
yeah, it would be the same as it is now, except it would be permanent, but they would have to apply by winter 2022. I mean, that's a little bit a ways off. I do have some further questions myself about that, and I will look into it. I don't know if anyone has the answers, like regarding if you apply in the winter 2022 and you get approved for 2023, like what does the renewal process look like with that? Is it yearly? Is it every 2 years? But I'm sure we'll get some more clarity. I can't imagine they're giving to you in 2023 and saying it's in perpetuity, so.
So my other question is, so you think that they'll make them build better shacks outside? Like, how is that gonna work? I
know,
find it intrusive already.
to be honest with you, I don't know, and I definitely hear your concerns, and I do share in some of those sentiments. I think that is probably partly our committee's responsibility to visit, but I would also probably assume it's public safety and transportations as well. So, because of the loss of parking spaces and, with these, I mean, especially with the hurricane, whatever it was that hit us a week ago that was really bad, we do have to take into account like that things like that will happen, and we will need like sturdier structures moving forward. So I hear your concerns, and I hope to have more information to you by next month's meeting. And I will reach out personally to Jose Altamirano, who is the chair of the Public Safety and Transportation Committee, and just see what they're doing to get more information and more clarity on that moving forward.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone have any other questions regarding that information?
I'm sorry, I stepped away. Do we have quorum now?
Yes, Judith, we're actually right about to start our street activity permits.
Okay.
Okay, so since we made those changes to adopt the agenda, we will go to our first street activity permit applicant, which is, just so everybody can follow along, it would be under item H, letter H, item number 11, El Barrio Salsa Culture Block Party. It's supposed to take place on September 25th, 2021. Location is on East 115th Street between 3rd and Lexington Avenues. And I believe we have the applicant on. Whoever
Yes.
that is, please just mute your mic.
It's the applicant. Brian, if you can get to a space where there's a little less noise. that
Yes,
would
I'm
be
trying to get
helpful.
away. I'm so sorry
Okay.
about that, guys.
No,
Y'all hear me
don't worry,
now?
Brian. Actually, the floor is yours. If you want to just briefly explain what your street activity is going to be and share any information with the committee you'd like to share, and then we'll see if they have any questions for you.
Yes, hi. This will be my first one doing back to school for the kids. I did a first one block party, which they do about it. This is something that I want to do for the kids this time. I want to give book bags. I'm gonna have face painting. I'm gonna have clowns there, and I'm gonna have a little bit of music just to give the kids entertainment, so they could dance and they can have a good time and everything like that. I also have donating their time to entertain the kids, all cop band entertainment. They're all cop band that maybe you guys seen playing. They play merengue, they play salsa, they play R&B and everything like that. This is something that we do that I do for the community. I have all the people in the community that support it. We did the first one and it came out very successful, really great. I wish Carlos was here because Carlos could tell you he passes by there when we do it and everything. So now we want to do something for the kids and everything. And we're gonna get a lot of book bags out and clowns and face painting and everything like that. And kids could ride the bikes and they could have access to be in the street instead of cars passing by and everything.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's definitely much needed with everybody having been in so long. I reviewed your application. I believe you have all the required documents submitted, the COVID safety plan, the emergency layout with the fire lane
Yes.
access, the letter of support, as well as your application directly to SAPO. So I will ask the committee now if they have any questions for the applicant. Okay, seeing no questions from the committee, do I have any questions from anybody in the public regarding this applicant? Okay, seeing no questions from anyone, then I will ask for a motion on this. Does anyone care to make a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
That's Judith.
Yes.
Okay, Judith will make a motion to
I'll
approve the.
second it.
Okay, seconded by Angela. Sorry, I have a motorcycle going by my window. Just give me 1 second. All right, so the motion's been seconded by Angela. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion, yep,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
So you have to call out the vote.
Do I have to call each person?
Yes,
We have to
please.
do roll calls after.
Okay, roll
everyone.
call vote. Yeah, no, that's fine then. Okay, so we have Judith and Marlene, please
You
feel
want
free.
me to do it?
No, I could do it if you want, but just feel free. Don't ever be, sorry about
Okay.
cutting me off. I'm gonna make some mistakes. All
Yeah.
right, so Judith made the motion, Angela seconded it, so I don't have to ask them. I will now ask
Well, you
Jordan.
have to ask them because
Oh, I
they
do?
may,
Okay.
yes.
Judith,
I
how do you
approve.
vote? Okay, Angela, how do you vote?
Approve.
I'll just go in line of how the panelists are showing up on my thing. Jordan, right? How do you welcome and how do you vote?
Thank you for the welcome and I approve. Thank you.
Okay. Leroy, welcome and how do you vote?
I approve.
Okay, nice to meet you. Thank you. And I think the last one would be, well, I guess I have to vote too, but Miguel, welcome and how do you vote?
Good afternoon, everyone. I approve.
Okay, and I, Adam Bria, approve as well. So the motion passes. All right, Brian, good luck. Good having you
Thank
on.
you so much, guys.
You're free to go now. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, so now we will kind of resume back into order of our meeting as it is on your agendas. So we're going to open the item listed as open culture. It's a Super Sabato Septiembre. Forgive me if I'm saying stuff wrong. Street event. It's on September 18th. Location is East 104th Street between Madison and Fifth Avenues. It's a full street closure. Do I have the applicant here?
You don't have to vote on this. That's
No.
why it's under informational updates.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just for informational purposes, because
Oh.
if there's a 15-day turnaround with staple and the applicant, there is enough time.
Got it. I see that.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Got
sorry.
it.
You just have to know it's happening, so that's.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, so then we are done with street activity permits, so we will move into the liquor license portion of our agenda. And so with that being said, the first one up is Prime 116 LLC, doing business as Boca Prime. They're here for a method of operation change. They have a full liquor license. The restaurant is located at 2257 First Avenue. That's on the corner of 116th Street. Is the applicant here? Or any
No.
representative? No?
Okay,
Okay.
I,
Do I, well, with for a method of operation change, we require the applicant to be at the meeting. So with that being said, do I have a motion to deny Prime 116 LLC?
Motion to deny.
Okay, motion to deny made by
I
Angela. Do I-
second.
Seconded by Judith. Okay, we'll go to a roll call. Angela, how do you vote? Yes, okay. Judith, how do you vote? I mean, I know.
I vote to deny. They also didn't have all their documents.
No, they didn't have, they only submitted a 30-day notice. That's correct. So they were also missing their documents. Leroy, how do you vote?
Deny.
Okay, Jordan, how do you vote?
Deny.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Deny.
And I deny as well, Adem Bria. Okay, so now for item number 2, that's actually my application for my restaurant. So I will hand the meeting now over to Judith because I am the applicant. So I will not be voting on this, but I am here as any applicant would be to answer any questions.
Before Judith
Hi.
starts, I have a question
What?
about that. If Adem cannot vote, how do we vote? We don't have quorum. If he
No,
can-
you've already established a quorum, so
We've
the
already
voting process
established
is already.
quorum.
Okay,
That's a good question, though. Thank you.
But he will vote, present not voting, basically.
Right, but
That's-
it's
Okay.
the majority, yeah.
Yeah.
Xavier has his hand up, if anybody.
well, there's new people here too. We all have to learn this stuff.
Right.
Right, you can go
right,
ahead and
right.
recognize Xavier.
Okay, so, basically,
Judith, Xavier has his hand up. I just want to see what he has
oh,
to say.
okay, Xavier? Xavier, you have something to say?
For all of us people who love Robert's Rules of Order, and yes, there are new people, basically he is removed from that. You need the quorum to conduct the business, but when it comes to the tally, he's removed from that. It's neither a yay or a nay, and it would be subtracted from that. And due to the quote unquote conflict of interest, because it's business before the board. It's really that cut and dry. in this instance. And so, yeah, he's here to answer questions, but in this stead, it would basically, for this one action item, pass the baton to Judith, call the action item, then it goes back. That's
Okay.
simple.
Yeah, well, he votes present, not voting, right?
Correct. And it will be the
Yeah.
same at full board as well.
Okay, all right, so it's, the applicant is, Backtree Inc., which is Patsy's Pizzeria on First Avenue, 2289 First Avenue. You can hardly see it. And this is a renewal, but it's also a method of operation change. Mr. Briha, would you like to explain the changes? And
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Okay, it's a few method of operation changes. First
Right.
one is pretty straightforward. It's, I believe last time I applied for renewal, my hours of business were 11 to 1 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and then 11 to 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday. I just want to make it 11 to 2 a.m. 7 days a week. It's just easier for me, and that's number one. Number two is I have a backyard space that, you know, I've done some work in, and I'm looking to I'm not really quite ready yet, but it should be happening soon, obviously with the committee and board approval, to do some outdoor seating, and it's connected to the restaurant. So there could kind of be like some parties and stuff we can do. And it just felt appropriate now, you know, with COVID and people liking to have more space and be outdoors. I submitted pictures of the backyard space. There's high corrugated metal fences. We mainly just did that because there is a schoolyard behind us, and it's also a playground. And I just, you know, it's just best if the kids can't, not that anything inappropriate is going to be going on. Kids might be in there themselves, but I just thought it would be appropriate. Even though we are not requesting petitions, I just felt that there are, my family owns the properties on the block, but and all the tenants for the most part are just family. My sister, me, my father, but we do have two tenants on the top of the building that will be facing directly out onto that backyard space. So I actually just, again, because of everything with COVID and not requiring petitions and stuff, and he has a sick wife, I didn't really feel comfortable going up there and asking them. I just sent him a text message asking if they were okay with this, in which he responded. I actually took his name out of my phone book so people could see the phone number, and feel free to look it up. But they fully support this as well. Obviously, we will abide by all the rules of closing everything down outside by 10 p.m. And ideally, moving forward, if it's going to be an all year type thing, I would obviously be looking into putting some type of like covering over there, which would help. But the music's not going to be loud to begin with. And then that gets the next part, which is just looking to add the potential for live music. Again, piano or small, like a couple of piece jazz ensemble. Nothing else would really even be fitting with our restaurant in terms of like what we would be looking to do. And having a DJ, again, that would like the DJ and all that stuff would take place on the inside portion. I wouldn't have a piano set up outside. I wouldn't have a band playing outside. I wouldn't have a DJ being outside. That would all take place inside the establishment. And the way the establishment is built, the people that live above that are me and my sister, but it's kind of built out deeper. So that portion doesn't actually have anybody living above it at all. And it never would have anybody living above it at all. And then I believe the last thing is patron dancing. And because I believe the cabaret laws have changed, you don't need a cabaret license to have patron dancing anymore. And again, not looking to have a nightclub vibe or anything, but if there's a party, if there's a, you know, a little wedding rehearsal, whatever, and they have some music, I want them to be, the patrons to be able to at least, you know, get up and dance a little bit, you know. they wish to, or if like a bride and a groom want to practice their dance before their wedding, if they were having a rehearsal.
And you do have another room. You have a back room also.
The back room's always been a part of the,
Right.
it's, yeah, and it's there, it's just, you know, and it's already part of our original license. I'm just looking to, yeah, and if any dancing or anything would take place in there, it wouldn't take place in our dining room. There's just really no space for it, and I've actually kind of just separated out tables, which I'm planning to just kind of leave that way moving forward. Due to COVID. I mean, obviously now we have to make sure everybody's been vaccinated who works there, who comes to sit down, but just to exercise extreme caution. You know, we still ask everybody to like at least wear a mask up to the door before they show proof, and we still try to keep everybody as socially distanced as possible.
Okay, has all the committee looked at the documents? I have the documents in front of me. Everything is here, including the photos of the backyard, the wall, everything is here. Does
And as I
anyone
said, there
have-
is, sorry to interrupt you, Judith, there is a screenshot if anybody wishes, again, of that text between me and
Yeah.
those tenants.
Yeah, and I have a full package, so I see it. Does anyone have any questions regarding this application? Anyone? Okay, so can I call for a motion?
Motion to approve the renewal and method of operation change for Back 3 Inc., also known as Patsy's Pizzeria.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Aye,
I'm sorry,
second.
who was that?
Leroy Andino.
Oh, okay, all right. Approved by Angela and seconded by Leroy. I guess I have to call the roll. Okay. Judith, approved. Angela,
Approved.
I'm sorry, I don't know all the new people's names yet. Delroy,
Judith, do you want me to help you with
yeah,
this?
'cause I don't know all the new people yet, so,
Would you like me to help you call the roll for this part?
yeah, well, I already called myself and Angela and,
Right, so the next person will be Pablo Miguel.
Motion to approve.
okay.
The next person would be Jordan Wright.
Motion to approve.
It carries.
Thank you, guys. Okay, we're back to Adam now.
Okay, so thank you, everybody. I will resume the meeting under my whatever. Number 3 is Perez Familia LLC. It's a new application for a wine, beer, and cider license at 2108 Second Avenue. The applicant withdrew their application. So for, just so new members know, it's standard procedure when an applicant withdraws to just deny that application. So do I have a motion to deny Perez Familia LLC's new application?
I deny.
Okay, motion to deny is made by Judith. Do I have a second?
Second.
Just if you could say who, because it's hard for me to. is
Sure,
was that
Jordan
Laura?
Wright, second.
Oh, Jordan
Yeah,
Wright.
that was
Okay.
Jordan. Sorry.
Okay.
Seconded by Jordan. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so I'll do roll call. So then Judith, how do you vote?
I deny.
Okay, Jordan.
Deny.
Okay, Leroy,
Deny.
Angela,
Deny.
Miguel,
Deny.
and I deny as well, Dembria. Okay, so we will now, all right, so we're going to, again, we're going to move number 4 is going to be last. So we're going to go to number 5 on our agendas under liquor licenses. That's DNA Diner Corp. doing business as Monte Carlo Diner. New application for a wine, beer, and cider license at 2162 Second Avenue on 111th Street. I believe the applicant is here. If so, would the applicant like to just kind of share with us their plans for this business?
Yes, I am. My name is Alex Grimpas. I'm the owner of the DNA Corp. We just got this location a month ago. Just to give a briefly a little bit information regarding who I am. This is not a big corporation. This is a family corporation. It's only me. I own 2 more locations. One in Chelsea, the Malibu Diner. It's 163 West 23rd, between 6 and 7 for the last 15 years. And my second location is on 3341 Broadway. It's on the corner, 135th Street and Broadway. The name of the place is Bus Stop Diner, which I own for the last 7 years. Just to give you briefly information, during this COVID, it was very difficult for us. I kept both locations open. Almost lost, the Malibu Diner, but finally, I was able to recover. And I keep all the employees because all of us, we are many years together. And I'm doing business, all this time, both locations. If you go online, you can see the operating 24 hours. On Malibu Diner, I have a full liquor license. And Bus Stop Diner, I have beer and wine. All these years, because the corporation, both corporations, they never changed the name, never changed the ownership. I'm the same owner. I never got even one violation all these years for both locations. What we're trying to do in this neighborhood, I want to bring something that I think is missing. A diner, a true American diner. Yes, 24-hour place that's going to be open, but with some modification, like the same thing I do in Bus Stop, 135th and Broadway. I open 6 o'clock in the morning and on premises, and I close 12 o'clock. And after 12 a.m. until 6 o'clock, we operate only delivery. So we don't do any nothing, on premises. So it's no drinking, eating, nothing. I'm not allowed anybody to come inside the place unless it's only delivery, only kitchen staff and delivery boys, and one person who's in charge. I operate like this in 135th in Broadway. I never had any problems, never had any issues here. What I want also to do, I wanted to help the neighborhood, because of my expertise that I have, all these years, to bring something for the neighborhood that is missing, I think. If you want to see an article is written in New York Times about me for Malibu Diner, if you go to the New York Times and you type on the search box Malibu Diner, you're going to see a huge article written about Malibu and me. Is about, they call it the diner with a braille menu. Why I'm saying that, so you understand, I like when I do business in the community, I like to give back. An example for that, what I do, because the location on 23rd Street, very close to me, it has one big building where a lot of people, blind people live there. So what I'm doing, with them already for the last 10 years, I do a community program, and I bring all these people, they come from 6 a.m. until 11 to my location and having a nutritious breakfast. We're running this program for vision. I don't make money. I do it only, to help the people, so these people socialize. What I'm trying to also, the same thing, to do, in this location, when we establish, to help the community, because we try, to create more jobs for everybody, who's living there. As I said, it's not a big company. It's only me. I don't have investors, I try to do whatever I can do by myself. I'm a family. I have 2 kids. If you we ask for, yes, we ask for full liquor license. And the reason I ask for that, because we have a branch during the weekend that we serve some alcohol. It's a diner.
Wait.
This is just a wine and beer.
No, we ask for full liquor.
Is it,
Oh, well,
me-
on the application, it says wine and beer.
I mean, whatever I put on the application, hold a second, because I saw it as a full liquor. It says liquor, wine and beer.
It just says wine and beer. It doesn't say full liquor. Do you see that? Anybody else? Any other?
I'm
committee?
quick, I'm trying to find it myself.
I have it
Well,
right here.
on his questionnaire, it says liquor, wine and beer. He checked liquor, wine and beer. Is that what you're referring to, his questionnaire?
No, the 30-day notice says wine and
So,
beer.
yeah, it does seem like the information is not consistent. Like on your
Right.
questionnaire, it does say liquor, wine and beer, but then Judith is correct. On your 30-day notice, it said you did put wine, beer and cider only.
Yes.
Right.
Right,
So
but-
just, you want me to clarify this?
Well, I'm pretty clear that you want liquor, wine, beer and cider, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
what we're saying is, the way things are being submitted right now, it just says wine, beer, and cider. So I guess you want to change your 30-day notice. Do you have your papers in front of you?
I have the papers.
No,
as
not
well.
Judith. I know that, but I'm asking the applicant. Do you have your papers in front of you? Do you have your 30-day notice? The one you submitted to us? Do you have a copy of it in front of you?
The 30-day notice.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, no. Not the one, okay, 30 notice, I don't have it with me, no, I don't. I have only the document that posted in front of the door of
Right,
the location.
right.
I had the application, the liquor license application questionnaire. This, I
Okay.
have the questionnaire that
I'm
she.
gonna- I'm gonna try to make this as easy for you as possible, because I don't want to make this, it just looks like maybe you just circled the wrong bubble by accident. I'm just, there's no churches or schools near you, am I correct?
No,
I
it
don't
says
think so.
closed.
Okay, so what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to get your 30-day notice that you submitted to the community board office, and you're gonna have to resubmit that just by filling in the correct bubble under item number 11 on your 30-day notice. And you'll
Right.
see on the original one, you just put wine, beer, and cider. You need to check, you need to not circle that bubble or fill that bubble in. You need to fill the next bubble over, and that would include wine, beer, and cider, as well as full liquor. So
Right.
what I'm gonna ask you to do is I'm gonna ask you, because that doesn't take any time at all, you can get that online and fill it in, and you can just scan it and email it to Marlene. I'm gonna ask you to have that to her, today's Wednesday, by Friday morning by noon, the latest. Just have that corrected. And if everybody on the committee then is okay with that, we will take the vote tonight as a committee, and we will take it for a full liquor license with the condition that he has his correct 30-day notice resubmitted by this Friday. No, does anyone have a problem?
I feel bad now that I brought it up, but I noticed.
No. In all honesty, it's probably good you did, because he might have had an issue when that got to SLA, when they were reviewing it. So
It's no problem, I'm here to do the right thing,
no,
problem,
again, it's a simple mistake.
It's very simple.
So
Yeah.
I could clearly, I had to fill these forms out myself this month, and it can be overwhelming sometimes. So just have that done by Friday. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to the board office. But again, it's as simple as refilling everything out on the 30-day notice the way you did, except item 11. You'll see, if you can look at the original one you submitted, you'll see that you filled in the wrong bubble. And now I'm just asking you, when you resubmit it, to fill in the bubble that says full liquor, okay?
Yes,
In
I
that
understand.
case, do I have a motion on this application for a full liquor license with the condition that he has the correct 30-day notice submitted by Friday?
I'll motion with the condition that he refiles the 30-day notice with full liquor.
Okay, so I have a motion made by Judith. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, that's seconded by Angela. So then roll call. Judith, how do you vote?
I approve.
Angela, how do you vote?
I approve and congratulations to the owner. I like what he had to say.
I did too.
Okay.
Jordan, how do you vote?
Vote to approve.
Leroy, how do you vote?
Approve.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Approve.
And I, Adembria, I approve as well. All right, so just have that, it's the applicant, just have that done by this Friday. And we're
Actually,
looking
he
forward,
just needs the first page of the 30-day notice, yeah.
yeah, and we look forward to having you in this community, and we wish you lots of luck, okay?
Thank you. Can I make a parenthesis small, please?
You want to say something else?
Yes, I would like to say something,
Yeah, go ahead.
And first of all, I want to thank you personally. And thank you, that for your understanding, that we're trying all of us here to survive and try to do the neighborhood better. And I would like to eventually, when we open and we establish ourselves, I'm gonna come to the community board. I'm gonna ask you a suggestion, because usually wherever I go, I thrive on the business. I'm doing well. What I can do something small for the community to help back. In perspective, the way I do something, for other communities, where I'm doing business. So I would like, eventually your guidance, to help me. Okay, I would like to do something for the community because this is how I operate.
We really appreciate that, and we look forward to having a working relationship with you moving forward. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a great
Thank you.
evening. Thank
Thank
you. Okay, so now we are going to move on to number 6. That is Desi Dream Corp. Doing business as Desi Indo-Chinese, new application for a full liquor license located at 2030.
One there.
It's on the agenda. Where I'm saying on my agenda, it says full liquor. Is it saying?
I'm looking at the 30-day
Oh,
notice.
let's get to the applicant. We'll try to clear that up
Okay.
as well. Do I have the applicant here for Desi?
Hi,
Dream?
how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good evening.
Okay, before we even get you to get into anything, are you applying for a full liquor license or a wine, beer, and cider license?
It's a beer and wine.
Okay, wine, okay. So then the agenda is incorrect, but I believe Judith, right? I looked it over, all the documents reflect
Yes.
wine, beer, and cider. Okay, then moving forward, do we just, if you care to share a little bit about your business for us? The applicant.
Yes,
Yeah, go ahead. Just tell us a little bit about your business, what you're planning to do.
Forbes, would you mind to talk or you?
Sure. Hi, my name is Fabrice Hussein. So we opened the location 2036 2nd Avenue on May of 2021. We are a family-owned business, so this it's me, my brother, my father, and one of my cousins. So we run it as a family. We all decided to, live the American dream a little bit. So we are Indian and Chinese. We're a little different. We don't have much Indian Chinese fusion in Harlem or Spanish Harlem. And I lived in the neighborhood since '95. So I grew up over there and went to school and everything. So I decided, a little extra flavor, something different that community could enjoy and everything we could all try. Other than that, I'm applying for the beer and wine license because I've had many customers and people ask me if we're gonna apply for it, and it's something, the food, spicy food goes nicely with the wine and beer, so same as a sweet savory food that we sell also.
Okay, thank you. Do I have any questions regarding this application for the committee, from the committee? All right, so just so we're clear before we I take a motion, this is not for a full liquor license. This is for a wine, beer, and cider license, okay?
Right.
Do I
Yes,
have a
wine and
motion?
beer.
Yeah, do I have a motion to approve their new application for a wine, beer, and cider license for Desi Dream Corp. at 2036 2nd Avenue? Anyone want to make a motion?
I'll motion to approve it.
All right, motion to approve is made by Judith. Do I have a second?
Second, Leroy Andino.
Okay, seconded by Leroy. Okay, so now I will do roll call. Judith, how do you vote?
I'm sorry, that was a motorcycle. Here, approved.
Leroy, how do you vote?
Approve.
Angela, how do you vote? All right, I'll come back to Angela. Jordan, how do you vote?
Approve.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Approve.
Angela, are you there?
Can't hear you, Angela.
I asked her to unmute herself, but I'll also say I approve Adembria, but we do need, I believe, Angela to vote. Am I correct or no? Marlene?
You guys, it's majority. Majority
Okay,
already
majority.
said, so.
Okay,
yeah,
got
it's
it.
fine.
All right, so we have, all right, then the motion passes. Okay, good luck to the applicant. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, so we'll move to item number 7. Restaurant San Cristobal Corporation doing business as San Cristobal. It's a renewal application for a wine, beer, and cider license. They're located at 339 East 108th Street. I'm assuming they were asked to be at the meeting because normally we don't require renewals to be here. But I believe the email that got sent out earlier by Marlene to the committee showed that there have been like roughly 61 311 calls. From what I saw, they were pretty much all for commercial noise complaints. So is the applicant here?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm only going to really ask you to speak to, if you're aware of these noise complaints, and if so, what are you doing to fix them? That's all we're really concerned about, because otherwise we wouldn't even need you to be here tonight. So just if you care to explain.
I was ready to give my whole speech. My
You can
introduction
give
was
it.
my knee. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we've been in this neighborhood since 1997, where my parents opened up their deli. Like if you think of a deli that has like a bacon, egg, and cheese and product, my parents opened that up like in 97, and then we transitioned into a full restaurant, which is the location that we're talking about now. And for all these years, we were just barely making it by. But last year, COVID was actually the blessing in disguise for us. We've always been a mom and pop shop. I didn't come into this restaurant until last year, when I decided I didn't want to keep working for like corporations, and like I thought, this is the time that I'm scared that my mom and my dad and my brothers are not going to be able to survive through COVID and what's going on. And I just decided to leave my corporate jobs, come and like fully take over, manage the restaurant. And it has paid off for us, like extremely, to the point where, it's been a little overwhelming because we're so busy nowadays. We've been able to like up our staff from like being family members of 5 or 6 people. Now we've employed like 6 extra people from the area. We are busy. The whole noise thing is very like it's a little upsetting to me, because it's like every time that the cops come, they always see that there is no noise. Like the volumes that we have is normal. Like I'm actually made it a point that I sit through this meeting in my outdoor dining with the music the way that I normally play it. And this is what it is. Like the music is playing the way I always do, because at the end of the day, we're known to be a family restaurant. So I want my clients to feel that. I don't want them to feel like we're a club. I don't want them to feel like I want them to come and enjoy the food and enjoy the experience, enjoy the drinks. And like, I'm literally sitting next to 2 tables, and this is the volume. And every time that a cop comes, guys, like I swear, they always like, where's the noise coming from? Which leads me to my next topic. It's like, it sucks because my block, it isn't the greatest block, because in the summer, a lot of, activity goes on that actually sometimes even scares my customers away, because, this block is known for a lot of weird business on the side. And this last couple of months and this last year has actually helped our block in general, though, because these girls that we partner with, they started a community fridge that provides food for like anyone that's in need. The community garden that's next to us has also been thriving, and it's been accessible to the community more. We've done things to like, Monte Carlo hit it on spot, like, and that inspired me because that's things that we do as well. We don't make much money, and we are now a little bit, but earlier in the year we weren't making great money. And my mother, my father, and my brother made it a point that they wanted to help with the community in different ways. Like we've donated and to like Black Lives Matter, to the Asian anti-Asian things. And last year when I kind of took over, like during October, I remember that I wanted to do like pumpkin carving events for the kids. And I did pumpkin carving event for kids, like at almost no cost. I just wanted their parents to cover like the basic needs, but we did pumpkin carving where they could paint, they can carve. We gave them cookies, we gave them coffee. Because I'm from this neighborhood. I went to school right here 2 blocks away. I'm 35 now, and it's like, if anything taught me that that last couple of months and years, that the community was what kept my family's business alive, even though they struggled all this time. And now we can thankfully say that this year has been great for us. And we opened up our second location. It's actually the one that we withdrew we withdrew a couple of moments ago in the agenda. We've been doing great, and it's just knowing that these complaints are coming, and I don't know where, because sorry, I'm rambling on, because it's just very scary to get to feel and know that like something like a liquor license or beer and wine cider is like might be a possibility that we could lose or not be renewed. So I'm rambling, and I don't even know what else to say.
That's fine.
But
I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions, because I pulled your place up on Google Maps on my laptop. Just so I'm correct, is this where, I'm not sure because I haven't walked right by there in a while. Is this where Olin used to be? Is this the same place?
it is the same place, yeah.
Okay,
It's
and if
Olin.
I'm correct, you guys are kind of like jutted out from the building, right? There's no like apartments directly on top of you, right?
Exactly, there is none.
And have you been doing, is there any seating that you've been doing outdoors during the pandemic?
Yeah, we have an outdoor dining. That's where I'm sitting right now. We built a full like safe structure. It's very sturdy. Anything that has happened with hurricanes and anything the last couple of months, our house has been intact and really well, and nothing has even happened to it.
Where is that built? Is it built out? Because I can't, from the picture I'm looking at, I know there's a community garden like to the left of you, but is it built on the sidewalk? Where is this outdoor seating?
It's on the street where the cars would park.
Okay, it's on the street where the cars would be parked. And do you play any music outside, or is it only played inside?
So we play it outside, and this is like where I'm sitting right now is in that little outside dining center. And this is the music. Like, I don't know if you can hear it, but
I hear it very faintly.
Yeah.
And
So
what time do you stay open till with this outdoor seating?
So we at 9:30 is when we start, like last call, and
Okay.
the outdoor week have been closing it at 10 o'clock on the dot since like it was a regulation, and we haven't extended it. We don't plan on extending it. And and the indoor dining, is our cashier station is so close to the 2 tables that we have inside that we can never even have the volume too high, because my cashiers wouldn't even be able to hear the takeout and pickup orders that get called in. Maybe I got my hell. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more question. I'll see if the committee has any questions. As far as, yeah, no, I know. I'm just gonna ask my last question. Are you aware of where these 311 calls are coming? Have any tenants from the building? It looks like there's a large building right to the right of you, I believe, with the grocery store on the first floor. Has anybody from that building or anybody like across the street come and spoken to you directly? Are you aware of anybody who is making these 311 calls, who's maybe actually come to speak to you?
I mean, I wish that I would know, and I wish that they would come so that we can like show them and they can see for themselves. But it's always been the call and then the police officers come.
Right.
And that's as far as it's ever gotten. So I just don't even know if, I don't know. It's like a lot of that building is huge, by the way. It has like 2 entrances. It's a ginormous building. And no one has ever come to say anything to us, like ever. It's always been those calls and they come and the cops are like, okay, well, I don't hear anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong. And I mean, if I had proof or we could get proof, I could show you guys that it's always been they just come and go.
Okay, good. You answered my questions. So I know Judith has a question, and then I'll see if anybody from the committee has any questions, and then I'll see if anybody is here from the public who cares to comment.
I guess mine is kind of a crazy question. Because I'm looking at all the police respondents, and there's quite a few, where they have no evidence of the violation. But then there are some where it states the police responded to the complaint and action was taken to fix the condition. What was the condition that had to be fixed? I know it sounds crazy, but I'm curious.
I just think it might be them like not knowing how to document it.
What?
I think it's just them documenting it. Okay, they didn't see it, hear anything, or when they talk to me and they'll say, hey, just promise you'll keep it low. If I don't hear anything, but just keep it low. So I would just be like, yeah, of course. I mean, it's not loud. This is what you're hearing right now that's the volume all the time. And I always express to them, it's like, I want my customers to be able to have a conversation. And if I have music on really loud, like,
so what you're saying is the condition that they're saying that had to be fixed is either lowering the music or whatever. Is that basically it?
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just like, but not even lowering because no action needed, there was no action really needed. I think it's just the way that they wrote and documented that for documentation purposes, but nothing, no cop has ever told me that
No,
this
I
is
was
too
just
loud.
curious as to what the condition was, that's all.
Yeah. No, I understand you. Yeah. But I do want to assure you guys that what I've said and what I will continue to do is, keeping the volume that is adequate for the neighborhood, for the community, and like I said, for my customers to just be able to enjoy a meal.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Thank you, Judith, for your question. Do I have any other questions from the committee? Do I have any questions from the public? If I do, or attendees, raise your hand. All right, so I'm gonna put the motion on the floor. Here is my suggestion. If we do approve this, usually, I like to see when, nobody from the public comes, to talk about this, we do make these meetings public notice. That doesn't mean maybe somebody couldn't make it or whatever. So
Right.
they might not have had the opportunity to have their voice heard. What I'm going to propose is that we'll keep an eye on your location, and not because, I'm going to take your word for it. No one's saying there's any wrongdoing, but there is, a record of there being some noise complaints here and a substantial amount. So I think what we'll do is, if we do approve this, we'll revisit this every 3 months, not making you come here, just revisiting your 311 calls every 3 months. And a handful of 311 calls here and there for noise complaints is nothing, too much a cause for concern. But if we see like that number, like 10 for a single month, or, 20 to 30 for a 3-month period, then we're going to have to ask you to come back, because we, going to have to maybe further look into what the situation is here. But if you keep the 311s down, I don't see it being an issue moving forward. But now what I'll do is since we don't have any questions, I'll see if anybody from the committee cares to make a motion And when you make the motion, be clear on whether you were approving or denying this renewal. So who would like to make a motion?
Motion to approve.
And who is
Jordan Wright.
that? Jordan Wright. Okay, so there's a motion to approve by Jordan. Do I have a second?
I'll second it with, checking every few months.
Yeah, I mean, we don't, I appreciate, we don't really
Right,
have
of
to
course.
add that in. We'll just,
Yeah.
that'll be a separate thing. All right, so it's seconded by Judith.
Right.
So now I'll do a roll call. So Jordan, how do you vote?
Approve.
Okay, Judith, how do you vote?
Approve.
Leroy, how do you vote?
Approve.
Angela, how do you vote?
I'm gonna abstain.
Abstain. Okay, Miguel, how do you vote?
Approve.
And I will approve as well, Adembria, so the motion passes. All right, to the applicant, good luck. We wish you the best of luck. And yeah, just, I'm not saying that you're not doing everything you can, but, just keep an eye on it, because if it continues to be an issue with the 311s, we will request you to come back here and, we don't really want to waste your time. We know you're busy running a small business, so hopefully, this is just a little hiccup or blip or whatever it is, all right? But good luck.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you guys again for everything, and I just want to say, like, I'm definitely gonna try my hardest. I wish I knew who's making those calls. And well, if you guys are ever in the area and you guys want to come and visit, you'll see. This is a very mom and pop, straight up mom and pop shop. And yeah, it sucks. But thank you guys again. I appreciate
No problem.
your
Thank you.
time and everything.
Yeah, have a good night. Good luck. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we will now move to item 8 on our agenda. It's Moon House Chinese Restaurant, doing business as Moon House. Renewal application for a wine, beer, and cider license at 1810
The
Third Ave.
renewal.
It's a renewal, right? So we don't need, they don't need to be here. We don't need to talk about it, but do I have a motion to approve?
And I have a question.
Okay, you just said renewal. Now you have a question. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. I'm joking with you. Just go
I
ahead.
know. I seem to be the one that picks out every little.
You do.
thing.
I'm nobody. I definitely credit where credit is due. Go ahead.
They don't have a posting.
They don't have a posting.
I mean, I know the Moon House and they've always been great, never a problem. But I don't know if we want to let it go without the posting. I mean, it's up to you. You're the chair.
So, Marlene, is it? We'll take a vote on this tonight, but is it possible for you to just reach out to the applicant and see if they just forgot to submit their 7-day posting?
Yeah, I followed up with them several times.
Okay.
They didn't, yeah, all applicants get several follow-ups.
All right, well, no, I'm sure they do. Okay, it is a little bit strange because I know they have been in business a long time. I
Yeah.
mean, as the chair, I'm gonna entertain a motion. The hope, just for the new members, so everybody's aware before we vote on this, the 7-day notice is kind of important because it lets people know about a business's intention to either renew their liquor license or get a new liquor license. And the reason why we require this every 2 years is because, people move, so they're new tenants and maybe they're not aware of what's going on. So it's just a way to kind of keep everybody in the community updated at the very least every 2 years as to what locations' intentions are regarding serving liquor. With that information now in hand,
And
Go
to
ahead.
all the new committee members, I'm sorry. I seem to be the one that seems to pick out every little thing. So I don't mean to, but
no, every committee should have one of you, Judith, okay? With that being said, then, would anyone like to make a motion? And if so, is it, state what the motion is.
I'll make a motion to approve the
Okay.
renewal application for their wine, beer, and cider license at the Moon House Chinese Restaurant.
Okay, Angela made a motion to approve.
and
Do I have
I'll
a second?
second it.
Okay, that's seconded by Judith. All right, so now I'll do a roll call. Angela, how do you vote?
Yes,
Judith, how do you vote?
Approve.
Leroy, how do you vote?
Approve.
Jordan, how do you vote?
Approve.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Approve.
Okay, for the sake of just maintain, and not saying I disagree with anybody, I'm just gonna abstain because I just want to like keep some precedent on us wanting these forms in general, but
Right.
so with that being said, the motion passes. Okay, we'll move to item number 9, which is the Montas Corp. doing business as El Nuevo Caridad Restaurant. It's a renewal application for a full liquor license, 2257-2259 Second Avenue on
On
116th.
116th Street.
Yeah, it's again, it's a renewal. Judith, I looked, but can you confirm, do they have everything? Do not have it in front of you because
Yes, they have
Okay,
everything.
so with them being a renewal and having everything, do I have a motion to approve? Again, this is El Nuevo Caridad, item number 9, renewal for a full liquor license.
So I will put the motion to accept the Montes Corp. DBA El Nuevo Caridad Restaurant renewal application for a full liquor license.
Thank you, Angela. Do I have a second?
Second, Leroy Andino.
Okay, that's seconded by Leroy, so I will go to a roll call. Angela, how do you vote?
I vote yes.
Yes, of course you do.
Approve.
Leroy, how do you vote?
Approve.
Of course. Jordan, how do you vote?
I am too.
Approve.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Approve.
Judith, how do you vote?
Approve.
Adembria speaking, I approve as well. Okay, we will now move to number 10. This is the Five Amigos Inc. doing business as Amor Cubano, renewal application for a full liquor license for a restaurant at 2018 3rd Avenue, 111th Street. It's a renewal application. I believe they have everything.
They don't have anything
They don't have anything.
except the 30-day notice that I see.
I mean, right, okay, so now, again, I'm gonna just do a little explaining for our new members. Generally speaking, on a renewal, the SLA requires, I think, only a 30-day notice. But community boards, you know, there are, I believe, 12th in Manhattan. We all have the discretion to require additional documents as part of our review process to approve. In which case, we don't require renewal applicants to be here, but in addition to their 30-day notice, as we just kind of went over with Moon House, we still expect them to submit a questionnaire, a posting. Right, so this applicant only submitted the 30-day notice. They have been here a long time. As far as I know, they don't have any issues. The applicant's not here, so there's really nothing more we can talk about. Again, it's a renewal and all they have is their 30-day notice. I will now entertain a motion.
I'm sorry, I have to deny because they don't have anything.
That's fair. I completely, okay. Motion to deny made by Judith. Do I have a second?
Hold on.
Take your time.
Oh. I'm going to second her motion.
Okay, so Angela seconds Judith's motion to deny. This is Amor Cubano's renewal. I will do a roll call. Judith, how do you vote?
Deny.
Angela, how do you vote?
Deny.
Leroy, how do you vote?
Deny.
Jordan, how do you vote?
Deny.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Deny.
All right, I, Adembria, I deny as well. So the motion to deny passes.
Okay.
We will now go to, I believe, we're going to jump back and we are going to revisit item 4 that we had pushed to the end. El Barista NYC LLC doing business as El Barista Cafe, new application for a wine, beer, and cider license on 118th Street. That's 2154 3rd Avenue. I believe they have their representative, Adam Powell, on the line. Adam, if you care to just give us like a quick synopsis on the plans for this new business.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Adam Clayton Powell. I represent El Barrista NYC LLC, doing business as El Barrista Cafe. They're at 2154 3rd Avenue, which is the left-hand side as you drive on 3rd, or the west side of 3rd Avenue between 118th and 117th. They've been operating for about 4 years. It's a very nice, real nice looking cafe. They have 7 employees, 4 are from the neighborhood, and they would now like to add wine and beer to their menu.
Okay, excellent. I believe I've reviewed everything and they seem to have everything. All their postings, not just on the storefront, but on the corners, on the,
I don't see that.
Okay, so what you got to do when you go to the Airtable for this one is you'll see 2 attachments. The first one is just the 30-day notice. The second one is open the second one. And if you scroll down, the first thing you should see is their stipulations. But if you
Okay, I got it.
Okay, it's 12 pages, so they have their questionnaire and everything is in that.
Okay,
one
I know
doc.
what this is then.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Thank
so-
you.
Yep, no problem. So with that being said, if we don't have any questions for Mr. Powell, and no comments from anyone in the public, then I will, with them having all their documents.
That's-
Judith, go ahead. You have a question. Go ahead.
No, it's kind of strange. I know El Barista was there for quite a while and they were there without any liquor license, wine or beer or anything. I always thought they had one. So is that what this new application is, just to give them a wine and beer? Adam?
That is
It's true
correct. They've never applied before. They've been operating 4 years with just coffee, juices, and sodas.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a coffee shop, so.
Yeah,
it's
no, I
completely-
know. I
So
passed
it's
through the
completely
meeting.
understandable that they wouldn't have had liquor up to
Right.
now, Okay. all right,
question.
Okay, Adam, thank you.
I think Angela has a question. Angela?
So,
No? Okay.
if,
do I-
yes.
Oh, yes,
So
okay.
if this was a coffee shop, and I know where that space is, it's not very big. What do they serve? And shouldn't food be served in places that serves alcohol?
Well, they have food. They do have food. They have several sandwiches and several salads and many other hot menu items. And by the way, the place is not wide, but it's very long. It goes all the way to the back. I mean, it's probably about 100 feet if you walk it all the way to the back.
So how many people can be in the restaurant at one time?
There's 70.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
So it's a
Okay,
good
that
size
answered
place.
my question.
Okay, great. If I don't have any other questions, do I have a motion on this application?
I will do the
Motion
motion.
to approve.
Oh.
Sorry.
No,
Go
that's
ahead.
fine. Who made the motion to approve? I'm taking.
Jordan Wright motion to approve.
Jordan made a motion to approve. Do I
Second
have a
that
sec-
motion.
do I have a-
Thank you.
well, Angela, you're
Go
welcome
for
to
it.
second it. Do I have a second?
Yes, I was second.
Okay, seconded by Angela. So now I'll go to roll call. Jordan, how do you vote?
Motion to vote to approve.
I know, I'm gonna feel kind of silly doing this every time, but
It's okay.
Angela, how do you vote?
New to me always.
I think I vote approve.
I think you do too. Judith, how do you vote?
I think I did approve also.
Now that one I don't know, but okay, you approve. Leroy, how do you vote?
Approve.
Miguel, how do you vote?
Approve.
And I, Dembria, I approve as well. Adam, let your clients know, we wish them, I mean, they've been there, but we wish them the best of luck with their, I guess,
Thank
expansion.
you, Adam.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Okay, normally we don't have new business, but thanks to me this month,
What
we
the heck
do.
is going on?
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Marlene, if you don't mind, if we could put the resolution up on.
Yeah, let me just stop.
Yeah, no, take your time. Okay, I'll basically explain it and then I think you all have a copy. But I wrote this resolution. And I don't know if everyone's familiar, but the state, let me rephrase that. The state, I think, under our former governor had instituted a liquor delivery and takeout program for restaurants as part of like one of the I guess, many lifelines they've thrown out to small businesses, especially the restaurant industry during COVID. The thing with this program is, unlike a lot of the other programs that have constantly been, and rightfully so, extended, when their initial expiration dates have come up, like we're seeing with the outdoor seating. This one ended on June 23rd, and it never got renewed. And as far as I know, it never really got discussed again. And I mean, full disclosure, I was looking for my restaurant to participate in this program, but I really never did deliveries before, and it was new to me. By the time my place was even ready to do this, it was over. And I can only speak from my personal experience, but I'm sure I'm not the only person that, in the midst of just dealing with everything that was going on with COVID, didn't, have time to implement this program and everything as quickly. And I think, as many of us are also aware, just by the fact that we're home tonight having this meeting, and we will continue to be home moving into, I believe, next year now, we are very much still in the middle of this pandemic. So due to that, and due to the fact that, based on my research, I did some online research there. I think I mentioned one of the polls the restaurant, New York Restaurant Group did. There seemed to be positive feedback from the public. There didn't really seem to be any quality of life issues regarding this. People seemed open to it. And I just wrote this resolution and would like to send it to SLA, at least so we're on record, if we choose to ask them to look into maybe reopening this program, at least for now, extending it again temporarily, seeing how that goes. And then if all goes well, maybe considering making this a permanent part of the restaurant business in New York State. At least it's my belief that who knows what normal will ever be again. So that's pretty much my statement on it. Since I wrote it, I guess I'll take any questions or comments from anybody. First, I'll go to anybody on the board.
Well, when you say permanent, like if someone, I understand what you're saying because of the COVID and everything, they were able to order liquor. But when you say permanent, I kind of had one question if it comes out right. What if someone orders and they're either not of age or there are kids there? I mean, I was very concerned about that, especially if you want to make it permanent. It could be like a 16-year-old ordering liquor, and that was my only concern. I mean,
Okay.
how would we actually know that? How do we?
I can speak. I can
something
speak
like
to that. I can speak to that concern. When a restaurant does a liquor delivery, they are required. Again, these are rules that are required. Ask me if I know if every restaurant IDs every person that orders alcohol when they walk into their restaurant. I'm sure 16-year-olds walk in and sit down and sometimes don't get ID'd. We can only look at how things are supposed to be, I guess, practiced. And when you do an alcohol delivery, you are supposed to go to the door and make sure someone is there to accept the order and provide you ID, much in the same way as they would do in indoor dining. So this can't be like if you order alcohol, it can't be a contactless delivery. You can't just leave like a case of beer in someone's hallway and they come out and get it. They're going to need to show ID. I know a lot of the delivery apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever have, certain Postmates have certain requirements with that. I think I've ordered alcohol on Postmates, and I know that I was required to show my ID to the delivery person before they made the delivery. And then to the topic of what if it's just a delivery made by the restaurant staff itself? Well, then again, that's, the same way the restaurant has to ID customers when they come in, they would be required to ID people that they deliver to. And for the takeout portion, it's a lot more similar to the indoor dining, which is they would show their ID when they come to pick up their order. And again, if they don't have a valid ID showing that they're 21 years of age or older, then they wouldn't get the alcohol. It would be deducted from their tab. And if they ordered food or whatever, they would, have to just get the food and not the alcohol. And I'll just go back again, based on my research and everything, and just watching news again, I'm not an expert on this. And that's why would be making a recommendation to SLA. They obviously probably have the statistics and the data and all that, but I haven't really heard of any stories of, this like huge increase in underage drinking or, accidents or anything of that nature when this program was implemented. And to go one step further regarding your question of it being permanent, well, it would be permanent to anyone who has a liquor license. I mean, at least in my theory or my idea, it was if this program is implemented, it would be only for those places that had a valid liquor license. And it would also be it would have to be deliveries within hours of their liquor license. It would have to be, if it's wine, beer, and cider, those are the only things they can deliver. I believe the program also required there to be a purchase of food along with the alcohol. So somebody can't just order a bottle of wine. They would have to order, like, if it was, a Mexican restaurant, maybe like a burrito, or Italian restaurant, or pizza, but something to accompany that alcohol. And, we could also look as a committee on our own, if this is a long way away, but if it even happens, but, we could also revamp our procedures, but, everybody would be accountable. If you're caught serving liquor to an underage person, you're in jeopardy of losing your liquor license now. So if
That
you're,
was my, that
right,
was
so
my
if you're caught delivering alcohol to an underage person, you're going to be in jeopardy of losing your liquor license. Or these delivery couriers, they all have insurance, and the city is very on top of them now. On a side note, I don't know if everybody's aware, but city council even passed like a 15% cap on what these delivery couriers can take from restaurants as a way to, further help the restaurant industry. But I hope that answered your question, Judith.
Well, no, I was just curious because you're right. I mean, it could also go back to the owner of the restaurant, and that could be a problem. So
No, again, yeah, I mean, I hear you. I just, again, like, it's kind of something that could already happen. It's just kind of like how it would happen would be different, but somebody could serve alcohol to underage people when they come into a restaurant. And I just want to go one step further. From my experience, it isn't restaurants that are normally the ones to be concerned about with serving alcohol to underage people. It's more commonly from grocery stores or liquor stores, just from my experience. But again, I'm not an expert. Angela, you have a question?
So, yeah, so just to be, that problem, I'm gonna take up Judy's call. She asked the first question that I thought about. I consider this a quality of life issue because there are many people who shouldn't be drinking, might be in what is not NA, AA, and shouldn't drink. And if you own a business, right, and people drink excessively at your business, isn't the business somewhat responsible to make sure they don't drive? So the same thing could be, I'm having a party at my house and a bunch of people are there and we get all this alcohol, and then I send somebody home and they kill somebody. I just see this as a real thing to quality of life in a community. I see it problematic. My brain told me a smart 16-year-old can tell their mother, "Mommy, I ordered burritos, blah, 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 blah. Can you get the order at the door?" Are they going to identify that? She may ask, "Why do you need my ID?" Will they tell people because liquor was ordered? Because that's a house issue. But I see a lot of little things. Maybe this could be written in a different way, because you don't want an alcoholic being able to not leave his house and get the alcohol, and that if he's trying not to drink.
You're aware they can do that now anyway.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but that just makes it that much easier.
No, I mean, I hear you, but you are aware that they can go on these couriers now, like Uber or whatever, and order
Right.
from a liquor store, and they will deliver it to their house.
And I don't think that's a good idea either, personally, just personally. But
Okay.
at least a liquor store making the delivery, even if you have concerned neighbors, they will know that the liquor store made the delivery. Not that the person is sitting in the house and they're getting their alcohol and food. It's good that the two go together because you need something to sop up the alcohol. Just personally, I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay.
No, my issue was really, I understand
kids.
that they're allowed to do that. Now, my issue was making it a permanent thing. That was more so my issue than anything else. I mean, and I do understand that because of everything that we're going through, that they are allowed to order liquor. But I don't know about doing it permanently. But then again, you know, if there's a way to address it, then you know, I think it's something that we should think about, the permanent portion.
Okay.
Because I know now that they are allowed to do it.
See this as an action that allows the restaurants to be able to increase their revenues. And I don't really have anything against that. But
Right.
I have to think of the community I live in and quality of life. And I think that this could become problematic. Let's just talk about the fact that just in my neighborhood, people was robbing the delivery drivers. Teenagers could order the food, it gets delivered, they know that the guy is coming and they still get the alcohol. Like, I just see issues with this.
No,
That's me.
I do understand because, you know, I mean, the restaurants, because of all the COVID, I mean, liquor was a main thing of, you know, making money. And I do understand that. I mean, and I don't want to take that away from them at all. Definitely not at all.
So you're concerned about the permanent part.
Right.
The resolution calls for it to be re-implemented temporarily, and then
Right.
SLA to consider based on how it goes. And then that's a
Okay.
very open-ended SLA.
Yeah,
could
that's what I
decide it's
mean.
A year or 2 years. You know, I'm not going to put that number in there for them because I don't know. That's why I left the resolution a little bit more open for their interpretation
Oh,
because
no,
they're.
that's all I wanted.
Yeah,
Was
so
clarification
permanent is
on-
not what is being asked for right now. Temporary re-implementation is
Yeah.
being asked for now. And then like anything else, when a program is put in as a pilot or whatever, there is always consideration to evaluate how it would be potentially then to be put in permanently. And what does permanent mean? Again, I don't know. The SLA would have to determine that. I'm not going to
Right.
get into all those details
Oh, no,
because
no,
I'm not
no,
going to
no.
tell them how to do their job.
I agree and I understand that,
Yeah.
but that was my only
No,
concern.
listen, I appreciate all the feedback and it's open. I just wrote it, so I'm here to answer
Yeah.
questions. Whatever. Does
No,
anybody
I
else?
do understand because
Yeah.
there's money to be made out of selling liquor, especially in the restaurant business.
Yeah. Do I have any other questions or comments?
No, that's it.
No, not
That's
from
all.
you, just from anybody. We have other people here, even the attendees. Anybody's welcome to share. Okay, I'm gonna put it up for a motion, and we'll see where it goes from there, and then we'll, do that. So do I have a motion one way or another on this resolution?
Motion to approve.
Who made the motion to approve?
Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright.
Jordan Wright. Okay, Jordan made a motion to approve.
And
Do I
I'm
have a
gonna
second?
second that.
Seconded by Judith. All right, I'll go to a roll call. Before I do, Marlene or Xavier, you're also on here. I'll defer to you. Since I wrote the resolution, I'm really not sure. I've never done this before. Am I allowed to vote on it?
Can vote on it, yes.
I can vote on it? Okay, I just want.
Yeah, so just, yes, any one member, and the work obviously should be done at the committee level. Sorry, I'm just dealing with little
No, that's
4-year-old
fine.
and 8-year-old who are screaming in the background, so I apologize.
Okay.
Yes, you wrote it. Yes, you can say you presented it for adoption. You can vote on it. It is obviously, as you presented, it is best recommended for there to be a first and second from someone who is not presenting the motion, just for maintaining it, our position and posterity, if you will. Sorry. Yeah, but you can vote on it. There's no conflict of interest when you're presenting, just like anyone else who presents a resolution, unless you have a direct or indirect benefit from the resolution. That's the only thing I would caution.
Well, then that goes to the second one. If I own a restaurant, don't I have a benefit from this?
Do you directly benefit from it would be the question.
Okay.
Yes, he will. So should he be present?
Okay,
at
so
the-
he presented it. He can present a motion.
I'll wait till the end to make, we'll take the roll call
Yeah.
and I'll go from there.
Yeah.
So Jordan, you made the motion?
Yes,
So how do you vote? Yes, right?
approved,
Judith,
yes.
How do you vote?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, Judith, you seconded it, so I'm assuming it's a yes.
I'm
How do you,
sorry.
I'm roll calling. How do you vote, Judith?
I vote yes.
Okay, Angela,
No,
Miguel,
Approve.
I'm gonna go present, not voting. I don't know if it is clear on how I benefit, but I could see there being an issue. So with that being said, if I count correctly, I don't think there's anyone else on right now, right? So that's Miguel, Judith, and Jordan as a yes, and Angela as a no, and me as a present, not voting. So that's 3-1, present, not voting. I guess the resolution passes, right?
So-
And-
Do you have, real quick, we're supposed to have 6 for quorum? Do we have quorum?
No, Leroy had to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
we
the
can't even vote on it.
item, and again, the item can't be, sorry to be a buzzkill on this one, but when you lose quorum, you can't conduct business at either level.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that Leroy dropped out till I went to this roll call.
Okay, so you
Okay.
can document that it wouldn't be an official position of the committee, but
No, we'll revisit it next month.
yeah, but as for the minutes, if you want to notate that we lost quorum during discussion, you can do that. And then take what people position in and then represent for next month. And in the meantime, Adam, you and I can get on the phone with Adele Bartlett and just get clarification on whether or not there would be a direct or indirect conflict of interest and what is the best side to weigh in on. She's great. She's handled so much and been such a great help for all of Manhattan.
I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I always like to err with caution, so I definitely would like
Thank you.
clarity. Okay, then,
Wonderful.
we lost quorum. We will table this for next month. I'm assuming that we're gonna have members who, in order for us to vote on this, didn't hear my whole spiel or all our questions. So we'll have a little bit of a, I may even, and everybody's now welcome. You have the document to make any edits or additions. It's a working document, I'll call it, for the committee. So I'm open to any suggestions, additions, subtractions. I will also note the concerns that were made and maybe look into editing it a bit myself if that helps some of those concerns. And we'll revisit it next month then. And hopefully we'll have a little bit of a shorter discussion on it. Judith, you're on mute. I can't hear you. You're muted. You're still muted. Hello?
Oh, you
There
hear
you
me
go.
now?
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke and say, could we use Cooper as a
No.
committee member?
Well, he can't speak English or any language besides barking. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate everybody. I know tonight's meeting was long, but at least we got it done. And to the new members, thank you. To my older members, thank you as well. And I look forward to working with you all. Marlene, thank you so much for all your work as usual. And Xavier,
Welcome.
thank you for being on the call and for your assistance as well.
Okay, now when you say older members, do you mean age?
No, I knew you were gonna ask that. I mean,
Or just tenure?
I'm an older member too. I've been on a while myself. No, I don't mean age. I mean duration of time served on CB11.
Yeah.
Anyway, then I will adjourn the meeting if there's nothing further, and I'll see everyone at full board if I'm not on another committee with you. All right, take care. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. Have a good night.
everybody.
Night.
All right, guys.
Thank you to new members
Thank you,
that
Adam.
were
All right, be
here.
well, everyone.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Night.
Good night.